So, corpse fucking. What's the deal, Jack? There's almost something courteous about it. I'm not saying it's right, but if there's one thing that all corpse fuckers have in common, it's like, you know, the old knock on wood, anybody home? You know, it's in that gray area of consent where it's like, it's not consent, but nobody's gonna tell unless somebody happens to barge in at the time. Like, if it's at a funeral, probably not the best time to, you know, to finger bang your dead aunt, if you know what I mean. It has to be at the right moment. And I'm not accusing morticians of foul play, far be it from me to even allude to something like that. But some people work with corpses, man. That's a tough job. You gotta clip the toenails, you gotta go fishing in the colon with a shop vac, like an unfinished basement. You gotta seal it up with some, what do they use, a 2-part epoxy from Home Depot? That shit's wild, man. I have a microphone now, you know, when I'm not doing this, I'm switching off because I want to get accustomed to using the microphone, because whenever I do stand-up comedy, I took a break, but when I was starting out, my voice is so thin, like, I didn't know, because, like, I'm a huge germaphobe as well, so if I hold it too close to my lips, I'm literally getting other people's fucking dick stains on my fucking mouth. But if I hold it over here, people can't actually hear me talk. So I'm like, like I'm ranting and raving like a fucking raving lunatic, because that's what the people want, I guess. And you really gotta love what you do to be an undertaker, is what I'm saying. There are 3 things that can happen to a person when they're dead. And usually it's a choice, sometimes it's not, sometimes your parents decide to bury you a Catholic. But one way is cremation, where you go in an oven, like a wood fire pizza, basically like 5 minutes of hell, however long it takes to decompose you, but then something poetic happens. People usually say, well, it is in my will, if they have a will, that I would like to be scattered over Lake Superior. Like, can you imagine what a dick that guy must be? I mean, like, you couldn't have chosen a vase over the fireplace next to the picture of the dog fucking the cat. It's like, why do I have to, what is this, The Hobbit? I have to go on a wonderful journey to feel good about you being dead? I gotta buy a boat and sail out to the middle of Lake Superior and scatter your charcoaled remains like fish food? I gotta go on a grand quest just to fulfill your dying wish? You're dead. Second thing you can do is you can choose to be buried in a cemetery. You know, you buy a little nice plot of land, nice permanent residence where people can come visit you and pop a squat and take selfies, you know. You're chilling 6 feet under with the worms and shit. Fuck that. I could never do that shit, because I don't want to take any chances. I'm claustrophobic. Like, if I go to heaven and, like, I'd just be watching them bury my body, I'd be like, yo, what the fuck? It says in the document explicitly, I prepared a list of items for your camping trip to Lake Como. I toiled for the perfect scenario. I knew you was gonna fuck this up, you simple Simon-ass motherfuckers. But the worst case scenario that I can imagine is you die, and you're still in your body, but, like, you can't move and shit. Like that movie with Ryan Reynolds where he wakes up in a coffin. Like, ah! Fuck that, I wouldn't wish that on Joe Biden. Speaking of people who like to sleep in coffins, how's the new mascot for Gerber's applesauce doing lately, Joe Biden? You know what, let's not. Let's cross our fingers and hope he doesn't run again. You know, I mean, if you look at our last few presidents, it's easy to see why other countries hate us. Because we're the fuck the haters country. We're like a fat girl on Instagram. Only God can judge me. Like, dude, just because you fucked a guy who kind of looked like Tupac doesn't mean you get to go jacking his quotes. Man, these thoughts on Instagram, man. They be making dudes thirsty for no goddamn reason. Like, this is the first generation with this level of narcissism. I mean, there were others before it, but like this shit is just instant dopamine. It's like, yes, I'm so hot. Watch me flick my tight little axe wound on a webcam, and you all have to watch. You're such a fucking loser. Watch me push my button like a crosswalk, and it just won't go. I need a power saw that you use to cut wood and sparks fly like a blacksmith shed. How dare you come before me? How dare... Click. Back to work. Now imagine that same generation of females 50 years from now. And that's the revenge part. That's like, you know, every hot girl who ever made you feel like shit. You know, just know you're gonna win in the end, guys. You're gonna win. But these aren't just regular hot chicks. These are 24/7 megalomaniacal cam whores. They do this for a living, and they're gonna be all old and wrinkly, hangy labias you could hang from a curtain rod. And a lot of them are still gonna be for the streets, sponsored by Pea Protein. But like, get that bag, man. I'm not shitting on that. I just can't believe that, like, men are this fucking stupid. Like, wow, we're really like, I mean, how bad are you at jacking off? Like, seriously, that you need that cha-ching, like, just a little pre-cum, like, and she's on the other end, like, not even feeling it. She's like, like it's a magic act or some shit. It's like, no, it's a tit. Like, when should I uncover one of my nipples? Like, bitch, I could jerk off like fucking paint rollers, but like just the object next, it doesn't fucking, it's immaterial. The only reason people watch porn is because it's free. It's like cocaine at a party. It's like, yeah, there are those people where like it gets out of control and they use it to hide their insecurities. But I'm not gonna go out of my fucking way for some stepped on product. Like, your pussy is literally a coin slot. I'm gonna start selling these hoes pussy insurance, cause that shit gonna get wrecked, bro. Like, if it hasn't already. You see the size of these dildos? They're just shoving it up their assholes. It's like, where's the feeling gone? Like Pink Floyd. Dating is so toxic, dude. Just the idea of dating, of like creating a profile, an image, a fake fucking image to impress people somehow. Like, can't you just wait and see what happens? Why do you have to look for somebody? Here's something I'm gonna tell the ladies, but and men who think like them. There is no right person for you. They do not exist. You're clinically insane, and you need to get your shit together. Lay off the Netflix and Uber Eats and be human. It's not that hard. What you're doing is fucking hard. I don't get it. Yeah, I'm so hard. And the third thing that you can do when you're dead, well, you can't do anything because you're dead, but the third option that you have legally, really the most noble choice, is to donate to science so that lab students can poke at you and dissect you, toss around your organs like a football. It's like, oh, is that a lung? No, that's the spleen. These are smart people. Science. You can do all that in the name of research, but you can't fuck them. You can't. I'm just saying, like, what if necrophiles are fucking them for research? Like, what if it's in the will? Like, I'm allowed to do this. She donated her body to me. Just need a preservative. Like, I think about weird shit, and I know it can be upsetting to a lot of people, and I still have to figure out how to, like, refine this into, like, a digestible formula. Like, I take long walks, and the other day I was walking along a highway, and there was this forest, and I was walking, and I just see a pair of baby shoes right on the side of the road. Like, it looked like they belonged to like a 2-year-old girl, and I just keep walking, like, nope. And you should see the amazing shit that you find on the side of the road when you're just walking, because you don't pay attention to it when you're driving. Like, there's like a soup can, there's like a possum with like a tire track ran through its torso. empty pack of cigarettes. I always check to see if like is there a Lucy in there, because I'm just like fucking fiend, fucking loser. And then there's a homeless person who isn't a real person. You can't pay rent. Fuck you. It's like jack it up. Oh, it's like $900 for a cardboard box in LA. Oh, make that $1,200 because you didn't suck the dick that you needed to get qualified to be considered for the fancy cardboard box, because it's a high income neighborhood, and it's like we can't have vagabonds. It's like, okay, well, you say you want to fight homelessness, but then you go into land development and all this shit and you raise the prices anyway, and it's just a perfect grift because nobody's gonna do anything about it. Nobody gives a shit about these people. They're just gonna let the fucking world go to shit. So the moral of the story is fuck walking. Like, dude, I'll drive anywhere now. I'll drive. When I fall asleep on the couch, I'll drive from my couch to my bed. It's like, yeah, man and machine, the singularity, we are one.